Welcome to the whoa, that's crazy here. Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today, we're going to be doing as much outside as we possibly can before we have to go inside and do some editing in the heat of the sun. Today is supposed to get up to 101 degrees. I'm gonna manage my time outside a little bit. Basically, the goal for today is to but to create garden space. The last several days have been kind of devoted to building these two garden areas here, these two beds. I'm not sure how long these are. I'm gonna guess they're 22 feet long. I planted all the beans in this bed and then put the drip tape down, and that caused me to break some of the beans, the tops off of them. And so this one, I laid out the drip tape and then planted. And then I watered it last night and completely drained our our pressure tank. We thought our well was dry. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to continue to use the drip tape. I'll probably keep it in for the next couple of days, just in the insane heat of the day. However, one of the goals for today is to set up that cage that we have on that one. We're going to do it on this one so that we can shade it with that tarp in the insane heat of the day. And the cage just keeps, it props up the tarp, and then the poles there keep it from caving in. Thankfully, it's not super crazy windy, so I don't have to like strap down the tarp or anything like that. I totally could do that if I need to, and that tarp is long enough to lengthwise to cover both of these. So that's one of the things that we're going to do today. Next thing on the agenda, which should be pretty quick, is this area here. I need to put a trellis like this one here, but we're going to do it for cucumbers, so it doesn't need to be quite so tall. I should be able to do that one myself. We'll see. My husband helped me sink these T-posts here. I did the ones up top there, but he helped me sink these ones. And this one here, I'm probably going to try and do it myself. Cutting up the firewood over there is his main concern for the last several days. He's also working on installing gutters for the house so that we can have our rainwater catchment. Can you see them off in the distance, all geared up and ready to go? Another thing that we're going to get done, probably going to be this week that we're going to get it done, but it's on my list. We're going to build a bean tunnel here. It's going to be basically, I need to do the same thing that I did up there with the cardboard, but we're going to do it here. We're going to weed whack all this down, lay down cardboard, dirt on top of it, and then do an arch with cattle panels and T-posts. I want to make sure that I'm doing it probably 10 feet set back from the road, just for convenience sake. And so we're going to start up here and just build however much I need to build in order to plant the green beans that we actually currently have growing. Well, the green beans and the squash and the cucumbers that we have going. I'm going to kind of probably build it down probably to about where I'm standing, starting up top there. So that's the agenda for the week. Oh, and we also have 100 meat birds coming. So I have to redo the brooder. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. I had been trying to talk myself out of I've been trying to talk myself into cutting my order in half and doing half of it in a couple of months. But who knows what the world's going to look like in a couple of months. So I did not end up doing it, and it's simply because I'm a procrastinator. If I were not a procrastinator, I probably would have cut the order in half. So, because we have so much going on, how am I going to raise 100 meat birds? Well, I always figure it out. First priority of the day, protecting the plants that we already have in the ground. So let's set up the dog kennel. I figured it would be a good idea just to cover this one for now. It's only 11 o'clock and this one was planted a day earlier. This one is starting to look kind of wilty, so I decided to cover it up. And then that one I'll probably cover in about an hour. I'll give it a little, kind of increasing the time and exposure to the sun. Not the most ideal time in the middle of a triple digit heat wave that's going to last well over a week, but I got to get him in the ground. So I'm doing the best I can to protect him in the height and the super heat of the day. Next on the agenda is going to be weed whacking, where we're going to put the tunnel. Camera got really hot, so this is the only angle I can do because you got to be in the shade. So sorry if it's a weird angle. It's what we got. We got the pile all moved, and so once we're this evening or tomorrow, I'll be ready to put in the tunnel out there. So now we're going to go ahead or to start on the tunnel, I should say. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing this evening, but we'll find out. I will bring you guys along and let you guys know. I know I do have a canning project I have to do and some editing. So there's a cat that just scared the snot out of me. This little cutie patootie. And the wind's picking up, so I'm gonna go ahead and go inside. And I'll see you a bit later. It is pretty much 5 o'clock, and I figured that I would go ahead and check on our ferment that we made, because I can tell that it's not going great. So I figured I would bring you guys all on and show you what I'm gonna do with it. So come on in. So, oh, I guess fine. It's fine. Well, there's a little bit of hair right there, but that's it. The rest of this stuff is just comm yeast. So we're gonna get this stuff out. And I have kind of noticed as time goes on with these mason tops, they start to work less and less. I think maybe it's something to do with, like, I don't know, the opening. Maybe it just doesn't seal as well as it does in the beginning. But yeah, let's get these floaters out of here. So we're just gonna come through. Most of this is comm yeast. It's not anything you really need to worry about, but there's just a little bit of hair on there, hairy mold that I needed to get off. And that's personal preference. Some people do not care to have anything that had ever had any mold on it, and that's fine. I'm not that picky. Not to say that it's picky, that sort of thing doesn't bother me. And it looks like our bag of seasonings has busted open, and that's probably why it got moldy. Yep, you can see right here, it got busted open. So that is the source of the mold. So we gotta be more careful. All right, let's get this guy out. Like it got a little thick. We're just gonna kind of clean this up just a little bit. And let's go grab our pH strip. I want to see if this is a safe range yet. All right, took me a minute, but I found my test strips. So I'm gonna link these down below for you. I get these on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon if you have a local brew shop. You can totally buy them there. But yeah, I think this was one I got at the brew shop. So you just put it in there for a minute. Pull it out. Yeah, it's not changing. Try one more here. Yeah, I think this is one that I might just have to throw away, unfortunately. I don't think I'm comfortable with it. Maybe I'll put it in there for a few more days, but overall, like, if this thing has not gotten under the 4.0 pH, or really, I think it's like 4.7 technically, but I usually like to go 4.0 pH. I'm not even comfortable testing it at this point. So I'm gonna put it back I'm gonna set it back up to ferment for just I don't know, we'll check on it in a few more days, and we'll use the pH test strip, see if any mold has reformed. If it has, it's just gonna go by the wayside. Unfortunately, it does happen every once in a while. You know, can't beat yourself up too much. If it's an infrequent thing, you know, don't stress it. If it's a frequent thing, figure out what's going wrong. That's how I look at it. And this, honestly, this happens to me more than I would care to admit with pickles. I don't know what it is about pickles, but they just mold. And one of the things that kind of cued me in that this was probably not going to be a great ferment is that the brine, I know you can't really tell on camera, but it's like, it's a thicker, it's like, it's hard to explain, but it thickened. Like, it's hard to explain beyond that. So yeah, it has a different consistency. It's not like a syrup, but it's close. It's like a thin maple syrup. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this back up there. Check on the jalapenos. Oh yeah, these are good. Okay. Got a little piece right here. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, let's see what this one's doing. See, this one's doing what it's supposed to do. It's changing color. See, it was blue. Now it's like a green color. Can you guys see that? This is the difference. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. See, this one's green, this one's good. This one's blue, this one's bad. This is what it comes, this is what it looks like. Right, straight, oops, gosh. Straight out of the package. This is new. See, it's like a baby blue. It darkened to a little bit of a darker blue color, but this green one, we're good to go. Oh gosh. Oh well, it's done. So this one, we're just gonna let it continue to ferment. At this point, we can probably take off the mason top and we can replace it with a regular, you know, we can just use like a canning lid, and then, but I think I'm gonna keep it on there for just a little bit longer. Maybe around the 2-week mark, we'll put it away. I'm just gonna eat some lunch really quick, and then we're gonna head back outside and we're gonna keep working on that beam tunnel, or the arch tunnel, the arch trellis tunnel, whatever you wanna call it. Yeah. It is 6 o'clock almost. It's cooled down to a nice, lovely 106 degrees. So I don't think it's accurate. Like, it doesn't feel like 106. And I'm standing in the shade. It is in the shade. The thermometer receptor, the thermostat, I don't know what you call it. But anyways, the part that tells me what the temperature is, yeah, I don't know if it's accurate. Like, it doesn't seem like 106. So anyways, we're going to get to work because I feel totally fine. Okay, bye. So we ended up putting it over here, not up there. I kind of made the decision. I didn't make the decision. I became plagued with indecision because I realized that if I did put the tunnel up where I was going to put it, then it would make it really hard to take those oak trees down whenever we're ready to. So, and it'd be shaded out until we take them down. Half the day it would be in shade. So I enlisted the help of my husband to help me figure it out. And so he helped me decide that this was a good place to put it. So we're putting it here, and it's just going to be in kind of a growing, expanding, like I said, in the end, the entire inside of our driveway, the whole loop, whatever that was, the whole loop is basically going to be a garden by the end of it. So this is just one more step. So we got the cardboard all laid out, got it wetted down, and now I'm just getting ready to set up the line for the T-posts, because I want, even though we have the cardboard laid down, I want to make sure that as I'm pounding the T-posts, the cardboard boxes don't shift. So I have figured out these little things. They're almost like they're like kind of what comes with the stakes. And this thing, these work pretty well with my soil. I've found I can usually find a place right around where I want to put it and hammer it in, and then I can attach a line to it and just kind of run it down. So it's working pretty well so far. So just figured I'd keep you posted. I'm gonna run this line, and then we're gonna fill it up with dirt. I was able to get the line run all the way down. This one, it's just a straight line, and this one I'm having a hard time finding a good spot to actually hammer it into the ground, so I wasn't able to get that one just yet, but I at least have one. So if it's getting late, I still need to water the garden, so I need to wrap this project up and start doing that so I'm not stuck out here in the dark and with the raccoons and all the things. So hopefully it doesn't get too windy and we can work on that tomorrow. Hopefully we can get some TOs in the ground. It's not saying a whole lot of when I can't get those little stakes in the ground. So I'm kind of nervous about that one. Maybe this is a pretty rocky area. We'll find out. If it is, we'll deal. Unfortunately, that is the life of this particular area. It is just insanely rocky, or it is a rock. It's not like rocky. It's like, it's giant, it's boulderish. So we live in a very boulderish area, and if you drive, it's actually kind of neat. If you drive down the road, you can see just like the whole area is like a giant sheet of rock, and you can see like all the highways are like carved out of it, and so you drive past it, you see all these just like walls of sheets of layers of rock. It's beautiful. It's incredible. I loved seeing that. It's incredible, and it kind of helps you understand a little bit better what you're dealing with when you're here. That's why I can't focus. In case you're wondering. I'm gonna go ahead, I gotta go, and I need to water my garden. So if you guys are new around here, we just moved to our 30-acre homestead in southern Missouri, and we are transplants from Washington State. We moved here about 2 months ago, and we're just in the process of building up our homestead. We had kind of a semi-existing infrastructure. We're trying to kind of revitalize that and build on it and make it our own. And I'm just bringing you guys along for the journey. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I also do all kinds of videos on food preservation, canning, freezing, dehydrating, and fermenting, as well as a lot of videos. I'm trying to do a lot more videos on how you can actually use those preserved foods in your everyday cooking. So if that sounds awesome to you, you should click this link right here, because this is where all the awesomeness happens. This is how you make sure you get to reconnect with us in the future for all of our future videos. Up here is a video that the YouTube thinks that you're going to enjoy. This here is my last Missouri vlog video, and up here is my Missouri vlog playlist. Make sure you check that out for all the awesomeness since the day we left Washington State. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.